his struggle. You've never seen him like this.
Good or bad. Make your own decision on who Bobby Brown is. They call me the king of stage. Give me the stage and wow.
Bobby Brown is a cat with more than 9 lives.
Fame, drugs, my life hasn't been easy, but I finally found happiness. I wanted to clear the air. Confession is definitely good for the soul.
Bobby Brown has sold 20 million albums worldwide with New Edition, another 12 million as a solo artist. He's gone from bad boy to responsible husband and father, and he'll be the first to admit he wasn't easy to work with.
He said, I had the legs of Michael Jackson, the spirit of Rick James, and the hips of Elvis. You're in all of this and more in the new special, A&E special biography, Bobby Brown. Lauren Lazen is the show's executive producer. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So I was listening to the intro here, and Johnny Gill, I believe it was Johnny Gill saying that Bobby Brown has had 9 lives. I can't think of a better way of kind of encapsulating Bobby Brown. What do you think led to this final transformation that we've seen from him currently?
Well, struggling with his sobriety.
Yeah.
I mean, he is very honest. He is open. You hear things he's never said before. And it's pretty moving. And he's still struggling. He's the first to admit he's still struggling and goes deep, really deep.
Talk about the source of that trauma.
Well, as viewers learned in the first 2 episodes that aired last night, he talks about his struggle with bipolar, with being abused as a child from a priest, and just other family traumas, his struggle with alcoholism. And the show was actually trending #1 on Twitter last night. And a lot of the tweets were about, hey, we don't pay enough attention to mental illness and treatment of mental illness. We don't speak about it. And good for him that he's talking about it.
When he was married to Whitney Houston, and he was kind of somewhat portrayed as the villain in that marriage, what does he see as his role in that marriage and her unfortunate passing?
He is very honest. He says, look, we enabled each other.
Yeah.
They had a really strong love, and you can see it and you can feel it even today. And all his friends and family will attest to that. But drugs just got the better of them, and they were not good for each other in that regard and really pulled each other down. And it's pretty tragic. It's a very tragic and sad love story. And I just want to warn viewers that are going to watch tonight, it's a heavy, I edited this thing for months and I still cry. It's powerful, it's emotional.
What was the nature of the relationship with the original members of New Edition when they first broke up? What led to that, and what is the relationship like today?
Well, they're brothers. And you feel that throughout the whole film. We document very closely how they kicked him out of the band, how he used that to inspire himself, to one-up them, to get his revenge. And he did with Every Little Step and My Prerogative. He was on a headlining tour. He was the 3rd act. It was Al B. Shore, New Edition, and Bobby Brown. And by the end of that tour, Al B. Shore left the tour and Bobby was #1. But over the years, they've really been there for each other as brothers. They tour together now. You see them together talking about those hard times. They were there for each other and when they've struggled with addiction. And, it's inspiring. They're a family.
Lauren, you worked for MTV. Was there anything that surprised you about Bobby Brown? Because I know everybody has different impressions of him, especially what point you knew him in his career. Was there anything in particular that surprised you about his personality?
Well, he's so soft-spoken and sweet. He has this tough boy image, and, he's still sexy. He was always a huge sex symbol. I remember at MTV, everybody was always going crazy over him on screen and in real life. And he's an older guy. He still has it, but he's just, you don't expect him to be such a sweet, sensitive, thoughtful person. And that really comes through.
Wow. Well, Lauren, thank you. For more, you can check out biography Bobby Brown on ANETV.com. Great to speak with you.
Thank you. It's a good watch.